Okay, yeah, let's chant together. Good plan. Exactly. And everyone knows it. So so yeah, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, broaden the pelvic floor, and settle into your seat. Drop down. You can imagine your Muladhara chakra, your root energy center, like a downward pointing triangle. Shoot that energy down into the core of the earth. And from that sort of grounded seat, let the energy rise up effortlessly to the crown. And relax the legs. Draw the chin back a little, lift the base of the skull up off the top of the neck, lift the rib basket directly up in the crown. So there's this lightness in the torso, heaviness in the seat, and peace and calm in the head. Rest the tongue on the roof of the mouth, behind the teeth. Soften the skin and flesh of the face, the eyes, and observe your breath at the tips of your nostrils. And then also going further back into your nasal passages, swirl the air. Feel the air swirling along the hairs of the nose. Imagine you're smelling something delicious, like the scent of a rose in the early morning dew, so that you open up the back of the nasal passages and make it easier to welcome the breath. Observe the breath in the sinus cavities of your face, forehead, temples, cheeks. In the windpipe of your throat, the trachea. Moving down from the throat into the chest cavity and then out into the lungs, right and left. Can you feel the breath in your lungs, right and left? Go deep inside yourself. Welcome the breath. Inhale, the diaphragm moves down, abdomen moves out. The diaphragm spreads in all directions like a lake. And the lower ribs move out and up like the wings of a bird to welcome the breath. And as you exhale, the diaphragm comes back to rest in that dome shape and the ribs move in. First, the diaphragm moves down, the lower ribs expand, and then the side ribs expand like bucket handles moving out and up on each side, front and back as well, creating more space to welcome the breath. And then as you exhale, the ribs come in and down, the diaphragm comes back up to rest, and the lower ribs come in. And then the third part of the breath, diaphragm, ribs, 360 degrees, upper back and upper chest, all the way up into the top chest. The first rib is above the clavicle. Allow the sternum and clavicles to lift and welcome the breath as well. And then gently releasing, going down the breath. And using that to bring peace and quietude to your whole being, your nervous system, your body, your mind is washed with breath, with prana, with life force. And then we'll do our chant. So let your hands float up into Anjali Mudra, the prayer position, actually Namaste Mudra. And then take the thumb side of your wrist to the bottom of your sternum. Press firmly there and lift the sternum bottom to top. Bring the fingers, close them up all the way together and turn the fingers up. Lift your upper arm bones a little, roll them back. Bring the shoulder blades on the back. Take the sternum a little forward and up. Find your seat, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Soften your gaze internally. And we'll chant all the way together. So take a deep breath in to begin. Sahana vavatu, sahana bhunaktu, saviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Tat Sat. Lifting the heart as you exhale, bow the head over from the base of the neck at the top of the shoulders. And soften the front of the throat as you release the muscles at the back of the neck. Taking the chin towards the chest, draw the arm bones back and rest the hands down at the thighs. Pause here for a few breaths. In Jalandhara Bandha, the throat seal, but it's a soft closure. So the trachea, the windpipe moves towards the back of the neck. The sides of the throat move towards the back of the neck as you curl the tip of your chin in towards the notch at the clavicles. And the sides of the body and the center of the body lift as you root down into your seat and release your legs down. And then keeping your eyes closed, curl up the back of your neck. Draw the ears back over the shoulders, shoulders and ribs over the hips, and stay rooted in your seat and open and active and passionate in your torso and arms. And then keep your head and eyes cool and calm. Move the eyes to the back of the head. Drop down to the heart and the seat in the back body. And then staying grounded and open and peaceful, allow your eyelids to gently float open. Okay, and then we'll come down. Go ahead and extend your legs and come to Shavasana for a moment, anatomical neutral, and observe your current situation in your body, mind, breath. Feel the way your body meets the floor. I think I'm going to turn the heat up a notch, actually. One notch. The floor is not warm because it's already 72 in here. Bring it up to 73. Okay. Let your feet fall apart. Let your arms come a little away, palms up, and surrender to the support of the floor. And know that when you're working through the practice, as you become more refined, you refine the level of exertion, right? And you refine the level of awareness and attention so that you're really paying attention to how you sense and feel, how you're feeling from the inside out, not the outside in. I'm looking from the outside in your body. I can't look from the inside out. That's your job, right? So really be mindful about what you're feeling inside yourself and make your adjustments as needed in that way. And these 5 floor poses are for regaining sensory motor control and awareness of your hip joint primarily, which is the major hinge of the body and includes the pelvis, the pelvic floor, where the legs meet into the hip sockets, and of course how the legs are affects that, and the feet, right? And then the whole lower belly, lower back area, and then how all of that affects our torso and upper body, arms and legs, brain, and everything. So let us begin our 5 floor poses. So roll your inner thighs to the mat and bring your legs together and do everything slowly and mindfully. There's no rush to get to the end and no gold star, right? So just as being more just like paying attention in this moment, what's happening. Now bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Firm your kneecap area and try to touch the inner legs as much as you can, and extend the inner, extend your feet and the inner edges of your feet. So you even touch the inner edges of your feet a little bit if you're able, and lengthen the tops of the feet without hardening the soles. Now find your tailbone and curl it towards your pubic bone and up the front of your spine so that your lower back releases towards the floor. And as you do that, root the tops of the thighs down. So firm the thighs, right? And then firm your arms and elbow joints. So when you firm your elbow joints, ideally your elbows will lift off the ground and your palms are flat and your fingers are together. Now, as you exhale, draw the belly a little towards the spine so the low back sinks. Firm your elbows and knees. And as you inhale, raise your arms over your head and go along with your breath. So match your movement with your breath as best you're able. And then the backs of the hands touch the ground or the support on the ground above your head. And you can go wider as needed. Try to keep your elbows as straight as you can and your knees as firm as you can, right? So you use your legs to bring your hips down away from your ribs. So you have a little more space between your ribs and your hips. With the ribs and the arms also away from the hips. Don't take the arms so much out of socket to pull the ribs, but use those two together. And observe how when you do that, there's a bit more hollowing in your abdomen. That's the Tadagi Mudra, the empty lake mudra. And be here and breathe. Soften the front of the throat, soften the eyes, the jaw, the face, and be mindful of your breath, keeping that hollow abdomen even as you inhale. The abdomen will puff a little, but as you exhale, allow it to sink even more and hollow and spread. And then we'll move into the next position, right? So from your elbows and knees, in order to prepare to move from your arms and legs, pull your belly to your spine as you exhale. Maybe your lower back touches the mat now. Inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, lower your arms down to your sides and bend your knees one by one for Dvipadapitam, two-footed stool. Feet are parallel hip width distance. Turn your palms to face each other. Lift your shoulders one by one and roll your shoulders underneath you, squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit over the spine. Press the outer edge of your upper arms down at your deltoids and allow that to lift your armpit chest up and create that low curve in your whole spine. So your hips are tilting forward in a pelvic tilt. The back of the neck is long and the throat and neck and jaw and eyes and face are soft. Firm your fingers as you extend your fingers towards your feet. You want to end up with your knees over your heels as you come up, but you're not touching your heels at this point. So as you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine a little. That's always the lower belly. And observe how the knees come in a little when you do that, if you allow it. And then pressing into your feet, lift your hips up and breathe here. And don't lift so high in the beginning. It's just a comfortable lift. Come to where it feels comfortable and be there and breathe. You don't have to hold yourself back or push yourself forward. Just go to where it feels natural. And then just push into your heels a little bit more. Maybe it'll take you a little bit more towards the tops of the shoulders and the neck. And feel the firmness in your backs of your thighs and your buttocks as you're here. And allow your breath to soften, so not to harden the jaw, eyes, face, or throat. Let your breath come freely. As you come down, lay your spine down vertebra by vertebra, top to bottom, like a chain link necklace. Elongate your lower back, moving your pelvis maybe a little more towards your feet as you come down. And then when you release your hips, release your buttocks and your pelvic floor and your inner groin and let your hips roll forward into their neutral forward tilt. Now turn your palms down and widen your shoulder blades apart from your spine and roll your shoulders in towards each other in the front of your body. So your head falls back a little. Roll your hips back towards flatten or pelvic tuck. Your sitting bones and tailbone curl up. And then exhaling, curl your head and shoulders up, looking towards your belly button for Nabhi Darshanam. Reach your hands towards your knees, feet, and breathe. And then inhale and slowly release your head and shoulders down. Turn your palms up, extend your legs, and come to Shavasana and rest. Let go of holding on and lengthen your breath. And observe how you feel inside yourself. Then it's Pavana Uttasana. Roll your inner thighs down to the mat so your toes point up. Bend your knees one by one. Bring your feet flat and bring your feet all the way together now, inner edges of the feet. And then roll your hips back. So you press your lower back down and your sitting bones and tailbone curl up and your abdomen hollows. Bring your right knee to your chest, interlace your fingers, hold your shin just below your knee and flex your right foot. Let your right leg fall forward into your arms, firmly interlaced fingers. Your arms start to pull and straighten, and then push your leg. And then your arms really straighten and your head will fall back like in flatten. And then as you're pressing your lower back down, your left foot will float up a few inches and then extend your left leg onto the mat. And press the inseam of the left leg down. And as you exhale, relax your whole right leg. You can relax the foot too. And let the knee fall in towards the abdomen and the back of the neck lengthen. Soften the crease of the groin at the front, the inner groin, and the outer hip. And let your abdomen hollow and spread. And the top of your hip release away from your lower back and move down towards your sitting bone and let your sitting bone curl up towards the back of your knee as you compress your leg and deflate your abdomen. And then flex your right foot, point your left, press your left leg down. Let your shoulders roll up as you exhale, pressing your lower back down. Curl the head and shoulders up off the mat and bring your chin, nose, or forehead towards your inner knee and be here and breathe into your upper back and chest. And then inhale, release your head and shoulders. Exhale, push your leg forward until your arms straighten, your head falls back. Roll your hips back, press your lower back down, your sitting bones and tailbone curl up. Your left leg gets light, lift it, bend the knee, place the left foot flat, place the right foot next to the left, adjust your neck. Keep the hips rolled back, pressing the lower back down, hollowing the abdomen. Raise your left leg up. Interlace your fingers, hold just below your knee at the shin. Flex your left foot, left leg falls forward, and then push it forward into your firmly interlaced fingers. So the arms pull as you push the leg. Head falls back, pressing the lower back down. The right foot gets light. Float the right leg out. Press the whole inseam of the right leg down onto the mat. Take a breath. Then as you exhale, relax your whole left leg, foot, and ankle, and release the neck. And let the leg fall into the abdomen rather than pulling it. And then let your lower back release away from your back of your ribs. Let your sitting bone curl up along the back of the thigh towards the back of the knee. As you deflate your abdomen and leg and compress and roll the inseam of the right leg down. Point the right foot, flex the left foot. Exhale, roll the shoulders up, sink the lower back down, and then curl the head and shoulders up, chin, nose, or forehead towards your inner knee, and breathe. Try to keep the whole back of the right leg down on the mat. And then inhale, release your head and shoulders. As you exhale, let your left leg fall forward and then push it forward. Feel your arms pull back, head falls back. Roll your hips back, press your lower back down. The right foot gets light. Float the right foot back, place the foot down, place the left foot down. Extend your arms and legs. Come back to Shavasana and rest and assess. Sense and feel your body and the whole back body and see if it's feeling any different than when we began. Let your breath lengthen and let go of holding on from the inside out. And then the last floor pose is Supta Vajrasana from Tadagi Mudra. So you roll the inner thighs to the mat and bring the legs together, extend the front legs and bring the arms along the sides. Curl the tailbone up, press the roots of the thighs down, palms flat with the elbows from the elbows and knees. Exhale, pull the belly to spine, firm arms and legs. Inhale, take the arms all the way overhead so the backs of the hands touch the ground or the support. And then reach the legs and hips away from the ribs, reach the ribs and arms away from the legs and hollow the waist even more. And let the back of the neck lengthen and the front of the throat soften. Take a couple of long, thin breaths here. And as you exhale, pull the belly down towards the spine, lower back down towards the mat. Let the arms pull in a little bit towards, and the shoulder blades onto the back. And then bend your knees up away from the ground. Don't touch the ground. One by one, knees towards the chest. And then cross the feet at the ankles, flex the feet, hook the feet, pull the knees apart to create that isometric contraction in your pelvic floor and widening the inner thighs. And then draw the knees alongside the body. And you can walk your hips a little down if you like, so you get more length in your lower back. Sitting bones and tailbone come up, lower back is down, breathe. Draw the sides of the waist down and up under the ribs, so you're holding from your Uddiyana, sort of side waist. And then change the cross of the feet and repeat. Pull the knees apart, widen the pelvic floor, the inner thighs, take the knees along the sides, hollow the waist as you're able, in that Uddiyana Kriya, which is the sides of the waist down towards the mat and up under the ribs a little. Then inhale, raise your arms up, wrap your arms around your legs, soften your feet and ankles. You can bring your knees in a little closer and keep crossed at the ankles, feet relax, and then hug your knees in and release your back. So remember always that you want to release what's holding on in the back as you deflate the front. Change the cross of your feet and repeat. Give a little more compression as you're able. And then coming up, you lift your legs up halfway, cross the feet, curl your head up, sink your waist down, and then just tuck your feet and roll up. Good. And then you can come up without arms. Okay. Leaning forward, using momentum, coming to your knees, whatever you need. Okay. Use your arms. Don't forget that. Yeah. Because the arms have that, they pull everything else up. So then we do our 5 directions of the spine, feet and legs together. Bring your arms along your sides. Be in samastitihi, even standing. Push your hips back. Yeah, more. Yeah. Woo. And lean forward in your torso when you do that. Yeah. 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 Good. And then even out your gaze. Tuck your chin a little, Katie. Yeah. Good. And then extend your fingers. Thumbs in, fingers in. Pull your arms down as you lift the sides of the body up. Curl your tail under. So you have a little pelvic tuck, pressing the roots of the thighs back. And then inhale, raise your right arm. Forward and up. Exhale, more of a pelvic tuck. Inhale, get more length on your right side, and exhale, reach your left arm down a little bit. Keep the lift of the chest, breathe into your right side ribs. And then inhale, reach up, and exhale, lower your arm, turning your palm in. Maintain your firmness. Inhale, raise your left arm forward and up. Exhale, give a stronger pelvic tuck. Inhale, get more length on your left side, pulling the right arm down a little. Exhale, and breathe into your left side ribs. Keep the lift of the chest. Remember, these are also to open your lung channels, not just the directions of the spine. And then inhale, you reach up, and exhale, lower your arm and palm down. That's Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Then it's Kati Chakrasana. Inhale, you raise your arms to shoulder height. Then you can look side to side. Draw the shoulder blades down and firm on the back. Firm the elbows up. Firm the waist, tailbone under. Press the thighs back. Take a breath. As you exhale, bring your left hand to under your right collarbone. Inhale, turn to your right, looking back at your right hand. Pull your right hip a little bit forward and not to push your ribs out. Breathe into your right chest under your left hand. Turn your hips more, Robin, no, the other way. Yeah, yeah. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chest up. Yeah, there you go. And feel your ribs moving under your hand. Feel that expansion as you inhale, like your moons, and then waning as you exhale. And then inhaling, open your left arm as you come back to neutral. Exhale, bend your right under your left collarbone. Inhale, turn to your left, pulling the left hip. You don't want to overturn. You just want to keep more neutral in your pelvis. Make sure you can see your back hand, shoulders down, both shoulders down. Yep, and breathe into your right hand, left chest. And then inhaling, open your right arm as you come back to neutral, and exhale, lower your arms. Keep your arms firm and fingers extending. Keep your thighs back, Robin. Yeah, more. Yeah, left thigh into right thigh. Yes, good. And then Ardha Chandrasana, hands on your hips. You can go a little down towards your tailbone. Okay, and lift your upper arm bones a little and squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows together. Now, really take a strong pelvic tuck. Firm your thighs and your knees a lot. Push your hips forward over your toes. Don't crunch your lower back. Lift from there. Lift the sides, lift the center, lift the chin and head if that's comfortable, and then breathe into your top chest and upper back here. Yeah, don't go too much back. Yeah, okay. Oh, that was a good pop. Lift from here. Good. That's it. Good. And then coming out, you push your thighs back, lift your chest up, and exhale. Come back to neutral. So the idea is not to crunch your lower back or squeeze it, but the idea is to get more length in the front of your body and breathe there. Okay. So then it is Urdhva Hastasana. There you go. Yeah. And chest forward, lean forward in your upper body, chin down a little. Good. Okay. And then take a moment here and root down into your feet now. We were rooting down in the pelvic floor sitting, right? But when we're standing, the root of the feet. So from your pelvis, you root down through your legs into your feet. And from there, you get this lift back, right? When you root into gravity. So don't lift out of gravity, stay in gravity, okay? Well, now we're going to lift a little out of gravity when we go to take the heels up, but stay rooted nonetheless. And think of this before we go up. Find your outer ankles, squeeze your outer ankles in, and then roll across the top of the front of the ankles to the inner ankles. Can you find that? And root down into your inner feet. Okay, so that's going to help you keep the inner edges of the feet together as you come up. Firm your knees and thighs. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms out from your elbows, from your waist and knees and thighs. Squeeze your outer legs in towards each other also. Inhale, you take your arms forward and up in Urdhva Hastasana and Urdhva Badangalyasana. Spread your palms well. Turn your pinkies back, thumbs forward. Bring your armpits towards each other, shoulder blades apart. Find your triceps and firm those and squeeze them in towards each other. Lift your ribs up off your waist to get more space between your hips and your ribs and your arms. And then looking a little down, start to shift your weight forward and roll your feet towards each other at the front. And just lift your heels maybe an inch and be there and breathe. Get the lift of the ribs and arms. Now, as you come out, you just pull your ribs back a little. So your whole torso and arms come a little teeny bit forward. And then you undo your fingers and lower your heels and your arms at the same time. And then it's Ardha Uttanasana. So turn your palms back. Lift your upper arm bones, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together over your spine. Pull your arms down, firm your thighs, tailbone under. Inhale, lift the chest. Maintain the lift of the chest as you exhale, hollow the waist. Once again, inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, stick your butt out. Push your buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Keep the lift of your head. Keep your arms at the tops of your buttocks. Keep the shoulder blades together. Come as low as you can do comfortably. Shift your weight towards your toes. Look forward and breathe. Feel that firming in your upper back. There's a stretch in your hamstrings. Good, Robin. Good. And then inhale, you lift up and turn your palms back and come to Samastitihi and maintain the engagement of the deeper muscles to keep you're hugging your muscles to your bones without, the death grip, right? So it's a nice hug. Yeah. And then roll the upper arm bones a little back, lift the, gaze to neutral. Root down from the pelvis into the feet, lightly lift the torso, and then keep the head cool and spacious and calm. Good. Okay, so now we do our Surya Namaskars working. So you can have a couple of feet in front of you on the mat. And we'll do our variations, a few variations, okay? So inhaling, firm body, you take your arms forward and up. And you don't have to look up right now, right? Just bring your armpits towards each other. Bring your triceps towards each other. Release the gripping at the upper part of your shoulders and neck so you can broaden the shoulder blade. And then move the thoracic spine in and up from there. So you create some space. Firm your legs. Now, as you exhale, you take your arms out to the side and come to Ardha Uttanasana. Chest, chin forward, shoulder blades together. Weight a little towards the toes. Now, as you inhale, lift your heels, bring your palms flat, maybe a foot in front of you. Yeah, and your fingers are spread wide, right? Like in down dog. Now, when you go back, you lift your legs up a little, lean a little forward into the hands, and then step or jump into downward facing dog. Remember, the jump is a light hop. Okay, and we hold it for 5 breaths or so. So firm your elbows in, firm your triceps in, spread your palms well, push down from your shoulder blades into the palms, push forward into the fingers. Keep firming the elbows in and up and the triceps in towards each other. Release the head down in between the ears. Widen the pelvic floor. Lift from the inner feet to the inner knees to the inner groin, and then pull that inner groin back. And imagine someone's hooking your outer hips and pulling that back as well. Let your abdomen hollow and spread on the back body. Now, coming forward, you lift your heels, bend your elbows and knees, look between your hands, round your spine a little, pull your waist in, lightly hop or step back into that squat. Yep. Come to your fingertips, head up. Take your arms back, shoulder blades together. Exhale, you unfold your legs, taking your swan dive forward. Okay. And go a little higher, Margie. Yeah, that's better. Good. And then inhaling, you drop your buttocks and reach your arms up, and you can look straight. Inhale your arms. Good. Okay. We shall do again. Same thing. We do 2 of each. The first time is like, oh yeah, I forgot all about you. The second one is now maybe I can remember how to do it. And then we move to the next one. Okay. Thighs back. Yes. Chest forward, lean forward. Yeah. Chin back. Yeah. That's it. And then feel rooted when you do it. Feel how rooted you can get. Okay. Now, again, inhale, you take your arms forward and up. Now, if you like, you can slide your throat back and then arch from your upper back to look up. And then you can adjust your hands and bring your palms together if you like. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana, buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Yeah, shoulder blades together. Yeah. Inhale, you look down, lift your heels, palms flat. Stay there for a moment. Take a beat. Go ahead and bend more, Robin. Yeah, go all the way down. Yeah. And you could be even more back if you like with your feet. Yeah. Now you lean more forward. And when you lean forward, lift your hips up. Yes. And then you lightly hop or step into down dog. Firm your elbows in and triceps. Firm your triceps into the bones and towards each other. Broaden the shoulder blades. And from your shoulder blades, push down into your hands and forward into your fingers. Release your head so your ears are in between your arms. Lift your inner legs, widen your pelvic floor. Move back from there and your outer hips. Follow the waist and breathe. Get more length as you're able. And then coming forward, you lift your heels, bend your elbows and knees, round your spine, pull your waist in, look between your hands, and lightly hop or step into that low squat again. Come to your fingertips, head up. Now, when you go to come forward, you can lean a little forward, right, as you take your arms back, and then exhale. Oh. There's something there. We don't know what it is yet. Shoulder blades together. Yes, good. And then inhale, buttocks down. Take your arms up. If you like, you can bring the palms together and look up, or just straight ahead and keep your arms shoulder width. Good. Okay. Now we got that one down. Now the next one. Okay. So this one, palms face back. Firm knees and elbows. So as you inhale, look a little down. You're going to lift your heels up and your arms. Then as you exhale, you'll bend your knees, keep your heels up, go to low Utkatasana. So then you draw your arms back, little knees come forward, so you're more shoulders over your hips. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down. Again, lean into your hands. Now this time, you lightly hop or step to high plank. Straight arm chaturanga. Yep. Take a breath. And then you're going to exhale, shift your weight a little forward. Ooh, bend your elbows and lower down. Good, Robin. Robin does that beautifully. You're welcome. Good. And then tuck your chin and take a couple of breaths. Pull your hands maybe a little back so they're more under your shoulders or armpit area. Pose of surrender. Then you curl your toes under, firm your knees and thighs up, press your hips down, lift your head and chest up a little. From your elbows in, from your waist up, and exhale, push up into downward facing dog. And breathe. Robin, come a little closer and lift your buttocks up more. Yes. Breathe and feel. Firm your knees and elbows, firm your arms and legs, hollow your waist, release your head. Then you lift your heels, shift your weight, bend your elbows and knees, round your spine, pull your waist in, lightly hop or step to that low Utkatasana. So then you come up to your fingertip, then you lift your arms, knees forward, shoulders back. Good. And then you come up, keeping your heels up, and then lower your arms and heels down. Good. 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 Kind of fun. Find, so it's kind of like we engage and then release, right? We do something, then we rest. So you need to find your light quality when you step or jump forward and back, right? Like air and ether element. And then your grounded quality when you're standing or, in plank pose or something like that. So it's switching back and forth between qualities, right? Yeah. Okay, so palms face back. And then we're going to lift the arms and heels. Looking a little down is helpful. Inhale. Exhale, keep the heels up as you go to low Utkatasana. Draw the shoulders back. Move a little forward. Inhale. As you exhale, place your palms and lightly hop or step into high plank. Firm your elbows, knees, and keep yourself straight. Take a breath. And then exhale, you bend and lower down. Tuck your chin, point your toes, pull your hands back maybe a little. Breathe in and out, pose of surrender. Then curl your toes under, firm your knees up, press your hips down, lift your head and shoulders a little, firm your elbows in, firm your waist. And exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog and breathe. Okay, and then you lift your heels, shift your weight, bend your knees and elbows, round your spine, lightly hop or step into low Utkatasana, firm waist. Lift your arms, shoulders a little back, knees maybe a little forward. And then coming up, try to keep your heels up. And exhale, lower. You did it that time. Good. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, good, 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 good. Yeah, I find if I don't practice this, when I like do something else for a while, then I lose some of this. It's like everything else, so it's kind of yeah, exactly. So circulating your practice and then refining it, and then hopefully it comes quicker. So the next one, we go to an extended Uttanasana when we come down, which is fingertips down, chest up. I'll talk you through. So take a moment in Samasthiti, and then inhale, take your arms up. And again, you can look up, exhale, Ardha Uttanasana, swan dive. Good. Now, staying high as you can, inhale, you just bring your fingertips down and shift your weight forward towards your toes. And Robin, you can separate your feet a little if that's better for you. And then bring your hands a little more back. Keep your heels on the ground but just shift the weight forward towards your toes and straighten your legs as much as you can. Head up. Yeah, that's it. And then from here, you lightly hop or step back into high plank. Take a breath. Robin, just walk your feet a teeny bit back in plank, and then lower your hips more and chest more forward and straight elbows. Yes, good. That's it. Now you're going to bend your knees. And when you bend your knees, widen your knees. Bring the inner edge of the feet together. And then you push back so your toes stay curled under. Yeah. And then you can release your head down. Squeeze your elbows and triceps in. Your head might not touch the ground. It might. It's not the point. You can take the waist back a little. And take a couple of breaths here. So the torso is quite similar to down dog. Now come to your hands and knees, and we're going to add in knees, chest, chin. So you bring your knees and feet hip width, spiral your inner elbows forward, pull your elbows back, lift your buttocks up, lift your chin, move your chest forward. You can touch down or just glide forward and lower your hips. Either way. Once your hips are down, point your toes. Draw your outer ankles in so your heels face straight up. Press the tops of the feet down as you firm the knees up. Firm your legs. Pull your tailbone down towards your pubis. Press your hips and tops of the thighs down as you lift your chest. Pull your hands back. So this is low cobra. Head up. Yep. Good. Now you curl your feet under. Firm your thighs, firm your elbows, firm your waist. And exhale, you push up and back into down dog. And breathe. Firm your elbows in and up. Firm your triceps to the bones and towards each other, broadening the shoulders. From the shoulder blades, press down into the palms, forward into the fingers. Let the head release and neck. Hollow the waist, lift the inner legs, widen the pelvic floor, and pull the inner groins and the outer hips back, getting more space between your hips and ribs. Now, coming forward, we're going to jump to that extended Uttanasana, right? So you lightly hop or step and stay elevated, just coming to your fingertips. Head up. Yeah. Good. Exhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Good. And then inhale and reach up. And exhale and lower your arms. Good. Okay. That's a fun one. We'll do one more. Okay. We did one of those. We won't do the next one. Okay. So I won't kill you. We'll only do that one. Oh, the next one is. I know. Okay. I am getting older. I've been reminded of that. Thighs back. Thank you. Chin down. Good. Okay. So one more. We'll only do one more of that. And that's it for sensation. Inhale, you go up. Look up as you're able. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, just take your fingertips down, leaning forward towards your toes. Exhale, step or jump. High plank. Take a breath. Good. Then bend your knees as you exhale. Knees wide, inner edge of the feet together. Push back. And observe your torso. Throw your chin in towards your clavicular notch. Couple of breaths. Toes stay curled under as you're able, remember? Yeah. If that's too much, you can always point. You can always do what you need to do. Now, you come up to hands and knees, separating the feet and bringing the knees in. So that's about hip width distance. Curl the toes under. The toes stay curled under. Yeah. From your elbows. So your elbows, inner elbows point forward. You bend your elbows, lift your buttocks, and you glide forward. You can touch or just glide. Okay. And then hips down, point your feet. From your elbows in. Lift your knees up. Push your hips down. Use that extension of the legs and pressing of the hips to lift your chest up. Yeah, so that's low cobra. From your elbows in, curl your toes under, from your thighs up, and from your waist in, and exhale, you push up into down dog and breathe. And you can always modify by going, using your knees as needed, right? And from your elbows in and up, triceps, shoulder blades broad. From your shoulder blades, press down into your palms and forward into your fingers. Release your head, hollow your waist, inner thighs back, outer hips back. And then coming forward, lightly hop or step to that extended back Uttanasana on your fingertips. Head up. Yes. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Good. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower your arms. Good. Okay. Standing poses. I'll try not to kill you. I'm going to move over there. Means we don't hold it so long. Well, yeah, if that's true. We're just used to doing it. Yeah, that's true. Well, it's for Margie mainly because she won't be able to see me at all. So and she's facing the. That's true, but not this. The chicken. This is new. Okay, Samasthitihi. So let Samasthitihi become a rest pose. Means there is some engagement, of course, but don't overdo that because when we're doing these active poses, this is the rest pose. Okay. And use your breath to recharge. And also remember to go back and forth between engagement and release, right? And lightness and solidity. Okay, so right now we're solid. Then we're going to go to light as we step or jump the legs wide, about under your wrist. And then you go back to solidity. Firm elbows, firm knees, firm waist. Feet parallel. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chest from your thighs. Exhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward, go halfway down. Now, just bring your left hand in just under your chest on the ground. Start with that. Yeah, lean forward towards your toes. Keep your heels on the floor, but a little grounded. Bring your hand more forward, Robin. There you go, under your shoulder. Now turn your top shoulder back. Extend your head and torso away from your hips. Keep turning in your ribs and chest, and then take your top arm up if you're able. Be there and breathe. So this is the easy version of twisted triangle. Head back, Robin. Turn your palm to face your face. Yes, like that. Yes. Yes. Good. Pull your head back towards the rope wall. Yes, and up towards the ceiling. More. Yes. There you go. Good. Now exhale. Top hand to hip, untwisting, bottom hand to hip from the thighs and waist, and inhale, come up. So that's the easier version. Okay, so you can stick with that. Okay, take a breath. Inhale, lift the chest from the thighs. Exhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward. Now you bring your right hand just under your chest, right in the middle. Yeah. And then you pull your right hip out to the side, pull your hips back, torso forward, head up, and then start to turn your waist and ribs and hips up towards the ceiling. And then maybe you take your top arm up. The hand faces the face. Yes, and breathe. Turn the hand so it's in the same direction as your face. Yeah, beautiful, Margie. Pull the right hip out to the side, though, and back more and more. Yes, that's it. Good, good. Exhale, top hand to hip as you untwist bottom hand to hip from the waist and legs, and inhale, come up, and exhale there. And breathe. Now we'll do the harder version of that. And if you choose to remain in that one, you can, okay? So inhale, lift the chest, exhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward. Now take your left hand onto your right leg, wherever it's comfortable. Pull your left hip out to the side and back. Lift your torso so it's parallel to the ground and extending forward. Then turn your waist, ribs, shoulder, head, and maybe take the top arm up and breathe. Yes. Bring your hand on the outside of the leg if you're able, Robin. There you go. Good. And roll your top shoulder and rib cage up. Yes, there you go. Good. Okay. And then as you exhale, you bring your top hand down, untwisting bottom hand to its hip from waist and legs, and inhale, come up. Right. So you always come up in between. Okay. Take a breath. Lift the chest. Left chest higher, Margie. Left rib cage higher. Left weight. Yes. Like this guy. That boob's falling down. Okay. Exactly. Now exhale halfway. Take the right hand to the left leg. Take it as low as is comfortable for you. Pull the right hip out to the side and back as you extend the torso forward and up. And then you turn your ribs, your chest, your waist, your shoulder, and then your arm and head. Breathe. Pull the right hip out to the side and back. Check your hips. Take your right arm a little lower, Robin. A little lower. There you go. Good. Now, exhale, top hand to hip, untwisting bottom hand to hip from the waist, and inhale, come up, and exhale. Good. Take a breath. Toe heel, step or jump, feet together, Samasthitihi. And you gauge from the inside out whether you want to step or jump, right? Etc. And also whether you need to come out earlier, okay? Next one is Utthita Trikonasana. Fingertips, step or jump, just over ankles. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Bend and turn, right leg all the way out from the head of the femur, left foot in a little, heel to heel. Okay, press into the inner front foot, outer back foot, straighten your front leg as much as you can. Inhale and turn your ribs to face the side of the mat. And then as you exhale, let your left hip roll down a little towards your right hip. So you can do that forward bend to the side, extend your torso, and then drop your right arm down. Curl your right sitting bone under, press it forward, roll your left hip and thigh back, press it back, take your head back towards your torso, turn your waist, turn your ribs, turn your chest, turn your shoulders. Then maybe you take your top arm up and breathe. Yeah, turning up if you can. You can look up, straight ahead, or down. Good. Now exhale, bring your top hand to your hip, firm your waist. Don't come up yet. Firm your legs, bottom hand to your hip. Inhale, come up. So that way you have to use your torso and legs, right? Bend and turn. Right leg turns in a little. Left leg turns all the way out from the crease of the groin. Heel to heel or heel to instep. Straighten both legs as you're able. Okay, firm your thighs. Turn your ribs to the side. Good. Take a breath. Now, as you exhale, you move your hips towards the opposite wall, rolling your right hip down a little so you can really turn from the, so you can do that forward bend from the crease of the groin and extend your torso. When you get to the point where that's enough, just drop your arm down. Curl your left sitting bone under, press it forward. Press the right thigh back. As you roll the right hip up, turn the waist, the ribs, the chest, the shoulders. Take the head back so it's in line with the sacrum. Then maybe you take the top arm up. You can gaze straight ahead, down, or up. Breathe. Keep all your fingers and thumb in. Yeah, create that seal. Good. Now, as you exhale, top hand to hip, from your waist and legs, bottom hand to hip. Inhale, come up. Good. Bend and turn. Toe, heel. Actually, stay here. Let's do one more. Turn your right leg out, left foot in, heel to heel. Turn your ribs to face the side of the mat. Now, how does this? Oh, take your arms right along your side, like that. Now, take a breath. As you exhale, let your left hip roll a little forward, right? So you can take that, turn that front leg and just slide your right hand down as you go. Go to your comfortable place. Curl your right sitting bone under, press it forward. Roll your left hip and thigh up and back and turn your waist, ribs, chest, and shoulder. Bring your head back in line with your buttocks and then maybe take your top arm up and breathe. Now, coming out of this, you just inhale and slide up with your arm. And then as you do that, you lower your other arm down at the same time. So you kind of use those arms, they're coming up together. Turn your legs, right leg in a little, left leg out, heel to heel. Turn your ribs to face the front, firm your legs, firm your arms on your thighs. Take a breath. Now, as you exhale, you can roll this right hip a little bit, right? So you can do that forward bend, extend the bottom ribs, slide your left hand down and just go down as far as is comfortable for you. And then curl your left sitting bone under. And then press the right thigh back and roll the right hip up. And then turn the waist, the ribs, the chest, the shoulders, maybe the head. Maybe you take the top arm up and breathe. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So what about here? Is that good? Okay. You're just strengthening your waist and legs and yeah. Okay. Now coming out, you're just going to slide up. And as you slide up, this arm comes with and comes down. Right? Now you bend and turn, toe heel, step or jump, feet together, the Mahasatihi. So you just stay higher on that side. Where you go to where it says that's enough and stay there. Or maybe even back out a little more than where you think is enough. Okay. Next one, Uddita Parshvakonasana. Step or jump. Now go about a foot wider. Exhale, hands to your hips. Okay. Now bend and turn your right leg out, left foot in a little, heel to heel. Now you're going to bend and turn your right leg. So as you bend, keep externally rotating and bring your right knee back towards the pinky toe side of your foot and open that inner groin. Yeah. And then curl that right sitting bone under and press the left thigh back and extend your arms. Good. Take a breath. Look to the right. As you exhale, reach out to the right any amount, and then you're going to take your right arm down and left arm straight up. And don't touch the ground with your hand. Good, and breathe. So Robin, look here. This arm is here. Let's see if you can breathe there. Okay, and now look at here. The shoulder back and the bottom shoulder. Yes, there you go. Keep your arms extending. Keep your legs firm. Keep your waist really firm from your lower belly to your spine. And inhale, use your arms and your torso. Good. Keep your arms extending if you're able. If not, rest your arms. Turn your legs, other side. Okay, bend the left leg. Turn the left leg out. Press the left knee back. Utthita Parsva Konasana. Heel to heel, back foot angles in a little. Bend your knee. Turn your head, look. Take a breath. Exhale again long as you reach out to the left. Left arm down, right arm up. Okay. Yep. Okay. So go here. Right. And then lift up higher if need be. Is this okay for you? From your inner right thigh up. Right. Yeah. You can use your arm on whatever side is weaker, whatever side, you have issues with. But, or for any reason. Okay. And then strong legs, strong waist. Pull your belly to your spine. Use your arms too. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Bend. Turn. Good. Stay here. Hands to your hips. Okay. Now we do one more here. Okay. Turn your legs. Right leg out, left foot in, heel to heel. Bend your arms, draw your shoulders down. Turn your gaze. Bend your knee. Reach out, get long. This time, if you like, you can hold the ankle. Okay. Or if that's too much, rest your forearm on your thigh. Okay. Now with the arm, take your arm straight up. Now turn your arm so your palm faces to your head. Your shoulder blade comes around towards your armpit. Then take your arm overhead. So your armpit is towards your face. But look here for a second. You turn your ribs and chest up, not your shoulder blade. Yeah. Reach your arm from the outer left foot to the fingertips. Good. Now take your arms straight up. Firm your legs, firm your waist, and inhale, use your arms and waist and legs to come up. Good, and change. Right foot in, left leg out, heel to heel. Turn your head, look to the left. Bend your left knee, left thigh parallel. Left buttock forward, knee back. Look to the left. Look to the left. Yeah. Get long on the left. Left arm down. You can hold the ankle. Right arm straight up. Or you can rest with the forearm on the thigh. Top arm straight up. And then you turn. Armpit towards the face, shoulder blade broad. And then you bring the arm over. And you reach from the outside edge of your right foot to your right fingertips and turn up towards the ceiling. Yes. Good. Coming out from your waist, from your arms and legs. Okay, Ron. Okay, Mark. We lost one. Good. And then you can come together. So what happened? Did you slip or did you go too wide? I think you were a little too wide, maybe. So don't go as wide. Yes. So then you collapse. Yeah. So if you go a little less wide, you find that you have more strength, and that's what we want. Yeah, we want the strength more than the stretch. Yeah. Okay. Come on, 50 heat. I know. Look in the mirror and do it like 10 times. Yeah. Okay. Now it's Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward bend. Okay. Wrists over ankles, go a little wider. Feet parallel, hands to hips, firm waist, firm thighs. Shoulders back, chest up. Take a breath. Now, as you exhale, go halfway, buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Then you drop your fingertips down. Good. Yes, belching is optional, but it's totally fine. For some of us, it is mandatory, Marty and I. Now, from your buttocks, press into your outer feet. Widen your buttocks and your pelvic floor. Firm your knees and inner thighs to the bones. And then buttocks back, head up, chest, chin forward. Exhale, then you start to walk back. So you can bend your knees, right? And then your head starts to come down. Breath, palms flat. Fingers, thumb, yes, Robin, good. Can you turn your feet forward though, Robin? Yeah, yeah. Now, when you bend your knees, you can widen like that, yeah. Now, take your head and torso down. Yeah, be there and breathe. Walk your hands more back. And then relax. So your legs are kind of strong, right? But this can just drop. This doesn't have a job so much, except release. That's the release job. Yes. Then you work on straightening the legs. Don't stay too bent. That's good. You know, just have the idea of straightening, even if you don't straighten at all, so that you're going in that direction. Otherwise, it becomes a strength, more of a strength pose, which we want a combination. Okay, so then coming up, firm your legs, firm your waist. Inhale, come up to your fingertips, stay there, and exhale. Firm your waist, firm your legs. Don't move your legs, but do straighten your legs. Head way up, any amount, head up, hands to hips, and then inhale, come up, and exhale. Good. Toe heel, step or jump, feet together. Namaste. Okay. I think that's it for today. I've killed you enough already. Good. I know it's kind of wicked to get back to that after 2 weeks of somewhat restorative. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when we're doing standing poses and you need to rest, you come out early, you come back to Samastitihi and you rest in Samastitihi. If that's good enough, if you need to sit down or something, you do that. And if you need to lie down, you do that. Okay. That's for everybody. If you're sick, whatever, you've been traveling, whatever it is. Okay. So let us sit down. I'd be happy to know. Make sure you have enough space behind you to lie down with your arms overhead. Sit in Dandasana and breathe. Firm thighs, lift the chest, chin down a little, look towards your feet, firm knees. Meena Dandasana. Yes, hands on the ground so you can support yourself with your hands. Yes, and chest forward and up, any amount. Yes, chin down a little, look at your feet. So now from here, we do Pravottanasana, okay? So walk your hands back. Let's do it with knees bent first, okay? Squeeze the legs together. Keep your feet flexed. Heels up. Lift your chest, straight arms. Firm your waist to your spine. Firm your legs in. Squeeze your legs together. Firm your buttocks. And then inhale and lift your buttocks up. Keep your feet up. And then you can just keep your head neutral. Lift your buttocks. Come on, Faina. You may need to move your legs. Keep buttocks up. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. Come on, Faina. Yes, that's it. Maybe you take the head back. Yes. Come down. Good. And rest. Take a breath. In Dandasana. Good. We'll try it again. Okay. Now we'll do it again. Those of you who would like to repeat that with the knees bent can do that. Those of you who would like to go to do that with the legs straight can do that. Don't take the head back for this one, Katie. Okay. If you're going to do the straight legs. Okay. And the toes point up. Okay. Hands back. Legs stay straight. And feet stay flexed. Now you squeeze the legs in, you firm the buttocks up so your buttocks starts to come off the ground, and then you keep the toes up, lift the buttocks up. Yes, Katie, keep lifting the buttocks. Yes, keep lifting the buttocks. Now okay, look how high my feet are up. Can you? Okay, yes. Then you can take the head back if you like. Yes, good. And then come back to Dandasana. Uh-huh. Oh, really? I don't feel it there at all. Okay, wrists, I feel it more, but I feel it mostly in my legs. So that means you might not be using your legs enough, which is what I suspect, right? So imagine that you have to, so look at my leg. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see how I squeeze them in. And here I am, I'm lifting my buttocks up, lifting, breathing. So much of it is in the legs and buttocks, much less in the hands and arms. I mean, there is some, but I want you to find that, that's the idea. Okay. Anyway, so now we'll do our forward bends. Okay, so from Dandasana, you reach forward and take your toes. You can use your belt, you can bend your knees. Inner feet forward, outer feet back, and push the ball mounds of the feet a little forward of the heels. Yeah, feel how that pulls you forward. Firm your leg, lift your torso, tuck your head, soften your throat, take a breath. Exhale, widen your lower front ribs and diaphragm and waist as you come down. And just let yourself, it's like that release when you bend your knee into your chest. Release. Be there and breathe. Don't fight. Good. Good, Faina. Good. Firm your legs. Pressing down. Inhale, lift your torso, and head and exhale there. Now you hold the outsides of the feet, thumbs and the little dip between your big and second toe. Pull the pinky side of the foot back. You can use your hands a little to evert your feet, but you want to be able to do that with just your leg. To see that your knees point straight up. Press the outer knees more down. Fine. Outer knees more down. Yes, any amount. Outer knees, yeah. Inhale, lift the torso, tuck the chin, soften the throat. Exhale, just widen your waist and elbows and draw the shoulder blades back. Keep the shoulder blades wide and breathe into your back body. Good, Robin. Walk forward with your hands now. Good. Yes. Good. Firm your knees and legs. Firm your thighs and waist. And inhale, lift yourself up. And exhale and release. Good. So now we're going to lie down in Tadagi Mudra. So you want to make sure you have enough room. And also you might want to scoot a little forward on your mat. Okay. So your palms face down. Legs are firm. You curl your tail under. Sink your waist back. And see how my legs start to move back as I go. And then at some point, you take your arms with you. And you go to Tadagi Mudra. And you lengthen and reach. Arms and legs, hollow waist, and breathe. Good. Every time you exhale, see if you can sink your waist and hollow and get more space in your waist. So your lower back ribs, can you sink your lower back ribs down? Can you sink your whole back body down? Firm your knees, firm your elbows. Feel how your shoulders pull in when you really sink your waist. Maintain that firmness as you breathe. Keep your left foot pointing, flex your right foot, press your left leg down and inhale, raise your right leg up. Stay here and breathe. Firm your knee. Try to open the back of your knee, Faina, any amount. Yes. Push the knee away. Yes. Push the thigh away, even as you pull the leg up and towards you. Yes. Yes. Good, Robin. You're getting closer to perpendicular. Good. Don't harden the sole of your left foot, but extend it a little and press the inner left leg down, the inner knee down. Press the root of the thigh down as you lift the right leg up. Good. Sink your waist. Exhale, lower your right leg down. And breathe. Point your right foot a little. Press the whole back of the right leg down. Flex your left foot. Sink your whole waist. You'll feel your shoulders pull in, shoulder blades. And then exhale and inhale. Raise your left leg up and breathe. Good. Yes. Beautiful. Easier on the left leg for everybody. So extend the inner right leg and press the whole inner right leg down. Root the right thigh down. Firm the kneecap of the left leg and push the left heel up and press the thigh away even as you take the leg closer to you. Yeah, good. And then exhale and lower your left leg down. So now we're going to take both the legs up. So you can do it one at a time or together. Don't strain your lower back. If your back arches off the mat, just do it one leg at a time. So you really sink your waist, feel your whole back body on the ground, tail curls up, shoulders draw in, flex both feet and exhale, raise both your legs up. Or one at a time. Good, and stay here and breathe. Sink your waist, firm your knees, lift your heels, reach your arms, follow your abdomen. Good. Feet together if you can. Now, exhale, curl your chin in, raise your arms up, and reach your arms towards your hips. Yeah, taking your head off the ground in Nabi Darshanam. Sorry. Now, yes, there you go. Look at your belly button and breathe. Good. And then, if you want to just stay here, you can either stay here or here, right? Otherwise, you're going to come up into your Sarvangasana. You can make adjustments as needed. Okay? Yes, good. Good. Hands on the hips. Don't go into a strong position right away. Go into whatever feels comfortable for you. Be there. Your feet can fall over your head a little bit like a topsy-turvy pose. It doesn't have to be straight up. You find what works best for you. Be in that position and breathe. Soften the neck, the throat, the eyes, the jaw, the face. Use the legs. Yeah. Don't harden the feet. Let your eyes look down towards your heart center once you've established yourself in the pose. Good, Lena. You can just keep your head on the ground, Lena. Yeah, that's it. And then keep your arms down on the ground, either on the sides or overhead. And straighten your knees there. Just straighten your knees as you're able. Yes, and just be there and breathe. That's good enough for you. Really straighten your knees, any amount. Open the backs of your knees all the way. Good. And those of you in Sarvangasana can come down to Halasana. Start to lower your legs, pull your hips away from your face, and then maybe move the hips closer to the face if you want to come lower. If you don't touch the ground, keep your hands on your back. If you do touch the ground, you can bring your hands on the ground. Soften the neck, throat, eyes, jaw, face. Now, when you're ready to come out, you're going to come to Nabi Darshanam, right? So as you roll out, let your head lift up, right? And then you come back to legs perpendicular, arms reach forward. They can be down or up. Look to your belly button and breathe. Good. Good. And then release the head and shoulders down and firm your waist down. You can either keep your arms at your sides or take your arms overhead. Look towards your navel, even though you won't see it, but just let the back of the neck lengthen. Point the feet, sink the waist, and slowly lower your legs down. If you need to do it one leg at a time, you can do that. Don't strain, but you're working towards strength. And then you inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, lower the arms down, and rest in Shavasana for a couple of breaths. So then we'll go to Tadagi Mudra and then Supta Vajrasana and roll up to sit and lie down on our stomach. Okay. So you're going to bring your legs together and firm your legs and extend the front of your feet, curl your tailbone up, press the roots of the thighs down. Bring your arms along your sides, firm your elbows. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. They're back in Tadagi Mudra. And get some length in your waist and hollowing in your waist. And breathe here. Soften your eyes, your throat, jaw, and face. And then curl your tail under strongly and let your hips roll back and sink your waist down strongly. So you pull your lower ribs in and your back ribs come down and your arms pull in. And then you can bend your knees up one by one or even together if you're ready for that. And then you come to Supta Vajrasana, cross the feet, hook the feet, pull the knees apart, widen the pelvic floor, draw the knees down along the sides and breathe. Inhale, raise your arms up, wrap your arms around your knees, hug your knees in, keeping your feet crossed at the ankles. And you can rock a little side to side, but keep that compression. And then when you're ready, you flex your feet, lift your legs up, curl your head up, look at your belly button, tuck your feet, and roll up to sit. Keep your head curled in. Good. Yes, very good. And then you'll go back and lie down on your belly. Okay, so you make a pillow. Hand on top of hand, rest your chin forward. If that's uncomfortable, you can rest your forehead or turn your head side to side. We rest the chin so that we prepare for back bends that way. Okay, we'll just do one back bend, which means two. So you're not going to make. Well, you repeat. Now go ahead and extend your legs one by one and roll the thighs in, and then draw the outer ankles in and press the tops of the feet down, firm the knees up, like we did in our baby cobra. This is what we're doing again, basically. Curl the tail under and press the pubic bone down and the tops of the thighs down as you lift the chin up. Any amount, lift the, and see if you can move your lower front ribs forward. Good. So your thighs are firm. You're really pressing your hips down, and you're using that to engage your upper back strength and lift your upper back. Then you take one arm and don't lower yourself. So you have to stay lifted. So keep your thighs up off the mat. Yes. And then the other. Keep your legs really firm. Squeeze your muscles to your bones. Yes. Extend your legs back. Good. And then just draw your hands back a little and lift your chest. Good. And chin and breathe. Yeah. Don't use your arm strength though. Use your upper back. Good. Now you keep that lift of your upper back, bend one elbow and then the other. Don't lower down. And then lower down and release your butt and legs. And breathe. We'll repeat that. Okay, so you can try just curling your toes under, lift your hips, roll your thighs in, and kind of extend your tailbone towards your knees and then point your feet. You can see what works for you. You're trying to get your legs and lower back really long, okay? Point your feet, tops of the feet down, curl the tail under, press the bottom of the pubic down, and press the roots of the thighs down. Firm the thighs and legs up. Just the roots of the thighs at the bottom of the pelvis. And then lift your chest and head up. Keep your cross of your hands. Don't use your arm strength to lift, Katie. Right? So, yeah. So when you lift up, your arms just stay the way they are. And then pull your ribs forward. And then extend your arms one by one. Don't move your arms, so draw your arms back into the sockets. Keep your legs extending firmly, pressing the hips down, lift the head up, chest up. Yes. Now you take one hand back to your low rib and keep your lift of your chest and the other hand back. So you're in that low cobra without losing the lift of your back. There you go. Good. Good. And then when you're ready to come out, you bend one elbow without losing the lift, bend the other elbow, then you relax your butt and legs and lower your chin and wrist. Now you can tuck your forehead, because that'll be the last one we'll do. And those of you who like Makarasana, you can walk your feet wide, turn your toes out, take one hand on each shoulder and rest your chin on your elbow if you like that. That's another rest pose. Yeah. You see what feels best on your back. Okay, and then getting ready to come back. You walk your feet in, curl your toes under, bring your hands alongside your hips, sorry, under your shoulders, firm your knees up, press your hips down, lift your head and chest up a little, firm your waist, and then exhale, you push all the way up into high plank, hold it and breathe. Yes. Bring your chest forward, Robin. Yes, there. Firm your legs, firm your waist, firm your arms. Broaden your shoulder blades. Lift your ribs up to meet your shoulder blades. Good. Now you bend your knees one by one. Walk your knees forward towards your hands for a tiny little, means short, between your hands and your knees, cow pose, cat pose. You release your head down, curl your tail under and round your shoulder blades and upper back. Head down. And then sit back on your heels and draw your hands back to your knees and rest sitting on your heels in Vajrasana. Okay. Okay. Sit down and ground. So this Vajra is thunderbolt, means really strong, diamond pose. It's solid, rock pose, it's often called. So ground down. Don't try to lift up. Deflate your legs, especially your calves, knees, thighs, and drop down into your seat. Get solid. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is get light, ideally. Okay. So we will do headstand practice. So you can not go up, right? You're just going to do down dog with your arms in headstand. Your head is off the ground and your buttocks is up and you're holding it and breathing and strengthening. Those of you who want to come into headstand, I will help you if you would like. Okay. Try to do it in the middle of the room if you think you want to do it and I'll help you instead of going to the wall. I will help you. Yeah, definitely. So, but you're going to go with us until I'm ready, and then okay, and you're ready. So, so you're going to bring your elbows, so you can come to your hands and knees, and then bring your elbows down right under your shoulders, and then you interlace your fingers, webbings together, but not tight, right? And then look here for a second. Lift your head up and look. Extend the pinky side of the hand, so the pinky side of the wrist is on the mat, and press the whole forearm down from the wrist to the elbow, and lift the shoulders up. Right? And then release the head and it's going to hang. You curl the toes under and lift the knees up and then you walk in. But you don't push back towards down dog so much. Keep your shoulders up over your elbows as you walk in and release your head down as you're able. And you can just stay there. You can work on lifting one leg up. Then those of you who are going to come in, you walk forward and bring your head down. Yes, Margie. Good. Now, when you're ready, you lift one leg up. Now stay there. Flex the foot. Good. And the other. Good. Okay, now come back to me a little. I'm your wall. Okay, squeeze your legs in. Lift your inner feet up from your outer hips. Good. That's it. Good. Okay, anyone else want up? Margie, okay? Yes. Okay. You want to come up, Faina? Yes or no? No. Or yes? Oh. That's a no? That's a Russian no? A Ukrainian no? Yet? That's a yet. I think that's... Good. Buttocks forward, Kitty. Yeah. Squeeze your legs in, inner legs up, outer legs down from your outer hips in. Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. Rest in child pose. Yes. Yeah.
But I'm just
Okay.
at the wall, I can get up without touching the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it is good to learn how to do this because then you don't need the wall ever again. You just don't need it. Well, then, yeah, yes. But good, Marty. Lift your inner legs up from your outer legs in and hips. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Psychologically.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to do that for you every time so that you can start to psychologically get away from the wall. That's all it is. Yes.
I went over.
Yeah. What happens when you go over and you can't think, but you do need to curl and roll?
And I did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't.
No. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. So now, did everyone rest in child pose? Do that. Rest in child. Now you can always build up your support. You know, you can use whatever you like, right? Or you can just do plain old vanilla. Remember, we just did engagement now. So, Robin, try taking your arms back. So that's child's pose. Well, what I would suggest is come up all the way and bring your knees together. And now come down. No, and arms back. So that's like more of a rounded stretch for your spine. The other one is more extended. So we generally do this one after back bends or headstand, right? Because of that, it's a resting nature. And if your arms don't like that, you can go here, right? But the idea isn't to get extension in this way, but to get length by softening and rounding and releasing your head down also. So if your arms are your arms okay there? Okay. Yeah, so that's child's pose. Okay. And then when you go to come up, lift your head up first, curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone and spine, and then roll your shoulders back, extend your arms back like Ardha Uttanasana. You can even take one wrist, pull your belly in and inhale, come up. So that way, again, you're using your waist and your upper back muscles, just like we do in Ardha Uttanasana. Means you have to curl your tail under to use your waist and not your lower back, and then extend your spine, right? So that way you get extension after we've done that soft rounding. Now you're getting extension, firming here and here, front and back, like that. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So now let us do cross legs, hold one wrist, or use your arms in front. Yoga Mudra. Okay. Again, if you need support under your hips, you can take it. And also, if you need support under your head, you can either use your arms or you could use a block, right? So you can use your arms like this also. Extend your arms. And then pull your waist in, tailbone forward. So you have that firmness in your waist as you come down. Yeah. Yes, fine. I think that might be better for you. So then you push into your arms, curl your tail under, and then you can walk your arms forward. Try to keep your arms a little firm even, like down dog. Yeah, like that. Robin, maybe you should use your arms. Or how does that feel for you? Where you're doing a forward bend. Eventually, it's called yoga mudra. It's feeling in the practice by engaging the waist and releasing the back and releasing the head. So yeah, and then again, when you come up, you can curl the tail under, lift the head up, and come out that same way we did out of child's pose. Right? Change the cross of the legs, change the cross of the arms, and repeat. It's called yoga mudra. Eventually, there's different ways of doing it. We put your fists here, and or you take full lotus or half lotus. You hold your feet. You know. Did you just fall, Robin? Oh, okay. Yeah, use your arms for now. And you use your waist more than your arms so that you're like holding yourself more from your waist, but then you can extend your arms and maybe your spine more. You know, yes, exactly like that. Yeah. Bring your head just a little more down. Yeah, good. Okay, and then when you're coming up, curl the tail forward, pull the waist in, extend the head up, and then lift up that way. Right. So you start to learn how to do this engagement and this engagement, not here. So you're here, tailbone forward, head up. So it's kind of like Ardha Uttanasana. Yeah. Yeah. And you can explore different ways. That's not the only way to come up. It's just to find that same way of coming up, like out of a standing forward bend with an extended back, like Ardha Uttanasana, coming down and up that way. It's actually the most protective thing for your back because we do tend to be so collapsed here, right? So you're engaging here, right? And then we tend to be over engaged here. So you're engaging here and releasing there. So you're doing those two places that are lazy, basically, because we don't use them. Because, so now we'll come down and let's do our twists, reclining twist. So it can be Gardasana, crossing the leg and hooking the foot, or just crossing the leg. So when you lay down, bring your feet together, have your knees loosely bent, and bring your arms out to the side in line with your shoulders. We'll do twisting to the left first because it's probably easier. So raise your left leg up high, dip your right leg into the middle, and cross your thighs up high by your groins. And then when you bend your knee, push the back of your left thigh down on top of the right thigh. Walk your right foot more away and see if you can tuck your left foot behind your right ankle or calf. We'll do 3 times to the right. So you take a breath, and as you exhale, take your knees a little bit to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. And then inhale, you roll back to the flat of your foot and back to the sacrum. Left leg on top, yeah. And the feet are on the ground, Margie, for this. Yeah. So your right foot is flat on the mat. Take an exhale and then bring your knees over to the right again. And you're on the outside edge of your right foot and right hip. Your left shoulder is down. And then inhale, you lift your knees and roll back to the flat of the back and the sole of the foot. The last time we'll hold it. So as you exhale, you take your knees to the right, outer right hip, outer right foot, left shoulder down, and then allow your head to turn to the left and be here for a few breaths. And then inhale, you come up and lifting the knees, roll back to the flat of the back and the sole of the foot. Now, uncross, adjust your hips and arms and torso so you're back at a neutral. And then lift your right leg up high, dip your left leg into the middle, cross high at the groins, and then press the back of the right thigh down onto the left thigh. Walk your left foot away, see if you can even lift it off the ground to tuck your right foot behind, if you can do that. If not, just cross. Take a breath, exhale, and go to the left and keep your right shoulder down. And then inhale, come back up, lifting the knees, roll back to the flat of the buttocks and the sole of the foot, and then exhale again to the left, outer left foot, outer left hip, right shoulder down. And then inhale, you come back up again. Take a breath, and then one more time to the left. And then keep the right shoulder down and let the head release to the right. And be here and breathe for a few breaths. And then inhale, raise your legs up, roll to the flat of the back, pull the foot, uncross your legs, adjust your hips, maybe take your knees up to your chest and hug them in and roll a little side to side and walk your hips down towards the bottom of your mat to elongate your lower back a little. And then you can release your legs and extend and come to Shavasana and rest. And you can take any support you would like or none. And take a few breaths and observe your body from the inside out. How does it feel? Huh? How does it feel? Terrible? Aw. Feel like you've been hit by a truck? Aw. Well, Paina looks like she's in bliss state. And you're so well aligned too, Paina. Like beautifully. Head's a little to the right. That's the only thing. But otherwise, yeah, lift your head and move it to the left a little. The other, yeah. Turn it to the left. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to adjust. Yeah. Just like a minuscule. So it's more lifting and adjusting. Yeah. Like that. So good. And bring your awareness into your feet and soften the soles of the feet. Robin, can you move your torso to the left, just from your rib cage and shoulders and head? Bit more. Bit more. Yeah. I know. It's okay. Let it go. Know your patterns. Like what's his name used to say? Like his demons got a little smaller. They were all still there. Ram Dass. He welcomed them in for tea. So let the feet soften, the soles, the bones, the balls of the feet, the knuckles, base knuckles of the toes, middle knuckles of the toes, tops of the feet, bones and tendons and ligaments and skin. Katie, try pushing out through your heels for a moment. Flex your feet and then release. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't get too short in your Achilles. Yeah. And then the inner ankle, outer ankle, the Achilles tendon, the back of the ankle, and the front of the ankle, which is stomach 41, an important energy point in that hollow. Let there be space. And the two bones of the lower leg, inner ankle to inner knee, outer ankle to outer knee, and the space between the flesh of the calves and the shins soften. And allow that energy to flow up from the soles of the feet through the ankles and lower legs and into the knees, a wave of relaxation. Relax the inner knees and the outer knees, the backs of the knees and the tops of the knees, and let there be more space in your knee joints. Create more space, sense of spaciousness. Release the grip of thighs on bones, right? The whole leg muscles, the front of the thighs, the back of the thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs. Soften and spread. Thigh bones heavy. Up to the pelvic floor, the inner groin, the bottom of the tailbone area, pubic bone, and all the organs of elimination down there. This is the root chakra, earth element, solid, grounded, foundational. Pelvic bowl is water element, sacral chakra, swadhisthana. So soften the tailbone and sacrum and lower back, the pubic bone and lower belly, the iliacus or the hip bones, and all the space in between in the lower back and lower belly, and the organs of procreation and the bladder. And then above that, the outer hips also in the buttocks. Sorry, release all that. And then the Manipura chakra, which is the solar chakra, the solar plexus area above the belly button, all the organs spread on the back body, release the upper abdomen, lower ribs, and middle back area, and let all the organs of digestion and assimilation spread out on the back body and elimination, and release, soften the belly, Agni, fire element. And the rib basket, which supports our precious organs, the heart and lungs, create space for the air element, Anahata chakra, the heart center, the energetic center of the body, where everything is transformed and moving into the higher energy centers, the subtler elements. The arms are a part of the heart center, and the hands have the Hasta chakra. Relax the arm, muscles and bones, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands, tops of the hands, fingers, thumbs, all the knuckles. Let there be a sense of spaciousness and opening there. Sensitivity, upper back, shoulder blades, tops of the shoulders, right and left, right side of the neck, left side of the neck, front of the throat, back of the neck, base of the skull. Let the ears descend towards the back of your head and release the lower hinge of the jaw from the upper hinge of the jaw. Relax the molars, the teeth, the root of the tongue, hollow the throat. The Shuddha chakra, this is the especially pure place, ether element, communication center, listening and speaking, self-expression. Soften the skin and flesh of the face, the bones of the skull, cheeks, forehead, inner corners of the eyes and the outer corners of the eyes. Let the eyes descend towards the back of the head. Look to the heart space internally. Soften the forehead, skin. Let the front of the brain descend towards the back of the brain, and the back of the brain descend towards the back of the head, and relax the brain. The third eye center between the eyebrows and a little bit up, Ajna chakra, the command center. No element, but associated with the mind itself. Even balance of intuition and rational thinking, and creative thinking, and analytical thinking. Let the forehead eyelid close. Relax your mind. Close your third eye. Eyelid and relax the mind. And the crown chakra can remain open and connected to universal energy, awareness, consciousness, deep joy, bliss. Take a little deeper breath without moving your body. Just move your breath first and the awareness of your breath. and sensitivity. And let that expand into your torso, into your pelvis, into your shoulders, into your neck and head, into your arms and legs, hands and feet, toes and fingers. So you have a whole sense of your whole self, breathing long and full and slow and deep. And when you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes if you like, roll your ankles and wrists if you like. You sort of wake up the extremities and then bend the elbows one by one. Bring your hands to your belly and pause and observe your abdominal breath. A couple of nice breaths. And then when you feel ready, you can bend your knees one by one and bring your feet up flat. Pause there and breathe. Let your lower belly release to your lower back. Let your lower back release to the mat. Follow the belly. When you feel ready, you can extend one arm and roll to that side and rest with your head on your upper arm. Other arm comes across and you look towards the floor and relax. Let go of any sense of trying to keep anything together. It's just, soft. And then like a rag doll, when you come up, you pull your waist in, let your head come down, look to the ground, and then walk yourself up with your arms and waist. And then sit for a moment, cross legs. And we'll close with one Om and three Shanti together. You can take the mudra if you like. Breathe in and out. And then inhale for Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deeper breath, and as you're ready, bow your head to your heart once again. Release your hands to your thighs. Take a moment. Keep your eyes closed. When you're ready, curling up the back of your neck and come to neutral. Ears over shoulders, over ribs, over hips. Draw the eyes to the back of the head. Drop down to the heart and the seat. Rooted in the seat, open in the heart, spacious and calm and peaceful in the eyes, the brain, the head. And then let the eyes float open. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good day.